Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Whitty's Gear Review. Today I kind of wanted to go over something that I've been carrying and kind of working on off and on, changing it up, and then I finally settled on something that works for me. And it might be something that y'all are interested in, but I kind of wanted to go over it because one of the components to this is what we're going to talk mostly about is actually on sale right now for probably the cheapest I've seen it in a while. And if you don't have one of these, I just kind of want to give a shout out to it, and we'll go from there. I don't know if a lot of people have seen these, and if you have, I'm sure you're probably thinking, SOG, they're hit or miss, but this is a SOG Powerpint. Out of everything that they may make decent, may not make decent, I know there's some controversy in their lower budget stuff. I swear by this tool. Do your research. A lot of people have this tool. Does it have the best tools on it? No. Is it the best made tool as far as the implements that are inside? No. Is it very, very practical? 100%. Does it have the best opening mechanism, in my opinion, out of all multi-tools? Yes. This gear opening mechanism is so smooth. I mean, just look at that. It's just so smooth. Doesn't click. It doesn't bind. I mean, it's just, in my opinion, that is the best opening gear for a set of pliers or a multi-tool that I've ever owned. And I could drop down 15 multi-tools on this bench right now, and none of them open anywhere close to as smooth as these. Right? Now, this is a small tool compared to a full-size multi-tool. So let's just throw one out here. This is a multi-force, which is like a Leatherman Wave. Right? Smaller than that one. You can pull out a Decoyu, which is like a Leatherman Signal. Definitely smaller than that one. I think I even have, somewhere around here, I've got the little Byberry tool. Yeah, got a new one in the box. We'll bust it out. Or this, yeah, the little Byberry tool. And they're about the same size. And this is also a mini tool. All right. So this is in the mini class. But, well, I would say this is in the small class because the Gerber dime is a mini. So it's bigger than a Gerber dime, but smaller than most all other multi-tools. Now, we're just going to kind of go over what's in this thing, right? Of course, you have your pliers. They're hard to see, but there are teeth down there for crimping. Small, decent needle nose pliers. Another thing about this that makes it different than the dime is the tools lock open on this. This is where they lock. Once you flip them out, you press this, open them. A lot of people think that design's awkward because if you got your knife out, where's the lock? It's on the inside. There's a hack to that. That's locked. It's not going to close, right? Pull out any other tool. Grab another tool that forces the mechanism back open, and then you're shut. So instead of, let's take the file out, right? File's out, file's locked. It's not going anywhere. If I wanted to close it and swap over to the knife, typically you would have to open it all the way up. Press here, then you can close your tool, right? Well, I don't want to have to close that because the knife that I want to use next is right there. So just pull that out. Now you heard it. Your knive's locked. Now we want to go to the screwdriver, pull that out. Now it's locked. So just a little hack, pull out another tool and you won't have to open the thing all the way up, depress here to close it. Now that we've got it open, let's go ahead and look at what we've got here. And really, they packed a lot of tools into this small frame. So here you've got just a small little flathead screwdriver. You've got your threader and your awl, which you can use this as a box opener. You can see there, that thing is pretty sharp. I mean, it's super tiny, but it's sharp. It'll easily open a box. You've got your small little knife, which is also pretty sharp. You've got your straight cut and cross cut file. And you've got your little gut hook or cordage cutter. That's going to be everything on this side. Close all that down. I'll jump over to the other side. And here you've got your small serrated blade. You've got your can opener. Well, you've got your small Phillips. You've got your bottle cap opener. And then you've got your tiny little scissors. Now, I will say the scissors are useful, but they're super tiny. And if you were going to do a lot of cutting, that little skinny part back there will wear you out. But they do cut. I mean, if you're cutting thread or paper like this, you can get the job done. They will cut. You know, I mean, if you're using a tool this size and you're trying to rebuild an engine in an 18-wheeler, it's probably not going to get the job done, right? Not the right tool for the job. But everyday carry and, you know, something loosens up on a bicycle, you could probably get the job done. Something loosens up on a small tool, you could probably get the job done. But I carry this in either my fifth pocket or my pocket or in my waistband. But I carry a support kit in my back pocket for this tool. And I kind of wanted to go over that because it's wallet size, right? We've got a bunch of these little black pouches. And if you look at that black pouch compared to a regular multi-tool case, it's a little bit shorter, a lot thinner, but a little wider. But no different than, you know, a standard wallet. And this is where things kind of change this tool. This is the star, in my opinion, of this tool. And that's in the top half of it. But just like anything, right? You got to have a small light. This is just the Olight i3E. Little $10 lights. But they come in handy if you don't have nothing else with you, right? If you're wearing basketball shorts and you have a front pocket, you can throw all this in a front pocket, throw this in the other side, you're good to go. The next thing I have in here is the Galvanox ratchet set, right? So put those together, you have a full-size ratchet, plenty of torque on there. Then you have an extension if you want to use it this way. There's, you know, several different ways you can use this, right? But what's good about this 1/4 inch adapter here is it will take flat tools. And these are just for, like the Leatherman, they're just flat. They're not 1/4 inch per se, full 1/4 inch. But they fit perfectly in that tool. They're not going to come out. You add this in there, now I've got a ratchet. Pretty long ratchet. If I just want an extension, if I want a full-size screwdriver, and look, you're not going to pull this out. It's in there when you're squeezing this together, right? And now I have a pretty long screwdriver. If you're looking at it overall, then you're wondering, all right, this thing didn't come with any bits. And you add this 22-piece bit card to it, and now you've got a ratchet, a super long screwdriver, a multi-tool with several different tools on it, and you got another extension here that is 1/4 inch, and your ratchet bit can fit in that too, or your other extension can fit in there. Now you're reaching way out there. Then you can pull any of these tools off. Now you've got a screwdriver with decent ergonomics to do whatever you need. If you don't feel like having that on there and you want to be nice and close to your work, you've got that as well. Your bit's not going to fall out even when you go to open it because there is a magnet in there. I don't know if we can get a picture of it. Right there. You've got your small little magnet that'll hold your bit in place when you open it up so you're not dropping it in the grass or in the rocks or in the driveway. Hold your tool in there. And plus the rest of it is just force of those gears pushing the top of that together tightly onto your bit. And just real quick, if we've got our little board here, we can probably show you it in use. Just a regular drywall screw and a board. It's a good thing about this being a square tool is you can kind of get on those edges. Makes it nice and simple to drive that screw in there. And then to take it out. But if you want to speed up the game, and you've got that. Now, if you have an inline ratchet like the Leatherman inline ratchet that's also flat like this, you can put it in the end of that, and then you have an inline ratchet. You know, just this tool with that on top of it has kept this in my bag because, yes, there's other multi-tools that have better screwdrivers, better scissors, but they're not this small and they don't have that, right? It's a tool that you have to open up. It's either going to take flat bits, or it's going to take 1/4 inch bits, or it's going to take 5mm bits, which are hard to find, or 4mm. This is standard 1/4 inch. Drop the bad boy in there and you go to town. And your tools aren't falling out. They're in there nice and tight. The harder you press on this, the harder it is to get that tool, the tool out of the jaws there. And I think this is a perfect pocket kit for whatever you could think of, as long as you have the right bit. There's no way that these tools won't do that job. Now, yeah, like I said, if you're working on an 18-wheeler or you're working on your truck and you're trying to take, 5/16 bolts out, this might work once, twice, but probably not with a 1/4-inch driver, but it might. I'm not going to say it won't. If they're super rusted, no, because you probably have to beat on it with a hammer, and you don't have that in here. But for small things, I think this is a perfect complement, and it all fits nice and easy inside. And even, once you get this out and you're working on stuff, clip that to your belt loop. It doesn't have to stay in here. I just put it in here so everything is concealed. Nothing's rattling around. It all fits in there nice and easy. I'm not shoving anything in. There's still room if you want to add a 1/2 inch, a 10, and an 8 in there. Sockets. There's plenty of room. You can see I can pinch this. You can add sockets in there. You can add more stuff in here. But in a bind, toolkit doesn't take up more space than a small pocket knife and a wallet. If you wanted to, they have these that have a divider in the middle. You can actually put your tools on one side, your money and your cards on the other. Some of them have a small pocket on the outside. Same game. Tool pouch. You've got your little pocket on the outside. Throw your driver's license, your ID, credit cards, and you've got a toolkit, a wallet, and a multi-tool. Taking up very little of your front pocket and one of your butt cheeks. What do you think, guys? I've been carrying this. It's actually in my what would I call it? It's in my everyday carry pew pew bag that I take with me everywhere. This is in there. It's perfect for that kit. These right now, like I said, are the cheapest I've ever seen them. When I bought this one, it was $45 and some change. Right now, they're $35 and some change. And I think that's a really good deal. This one's black. The one it's $35.80 on Amazon right now. And they're silver. But it's same tools, same selection. Everything's the same, except it's the silver model. And I actually just ordered one of those, so I don't have to take this out of my concealed carry bag and throw it in my pocket. I could keep that all together in that bag, and for whatever reason, I could still carry it, a setup like this, on my person. And it doesn't weigh a ton, guys. These are small tools. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? What do you carry in your pockets? Can you cover all the bases that we covered here with what's in your pocket? Kind of curious. I know a lot of people have some real unique things that they carry that do a lot. But is it as small as this? Smaller? Bigger? Are you one of them kind of people that have cargo pants and you've got stuff in both cargo pockets? Let me know. Do you have a belt pouch? There's all different kinds of ways to carry. This was super small, and that's how I wanted it. I hate stuff in my pockets anyways. That's why I carry a lot of bags. Just habit. I just don't like stuff in my pockets. So I carry a lot of bags, but this, I wouldn't. It's no different than what I got every day anyways, which is a slim wallet that I carry because I don't like big bulky wallets, and whatever pocket knife I'm carrying for the day, and whatever small light I have on my keychain are in my pocket, depending whether I'm at work or the weekend. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Do me a favor. Like, share, subscribe. Click all those notifications. It helps the channel if you give us a thumbs up. Send us a comment. And like always, there's 3 ways to support the channel. There's the Whitty's Gear Shop, buy me a coffee, becoming a member, Those are all ways you can help support the channel. You know, this stuff and this hobby's not cheap. I'm not asking. I mean, I'm going to buy it whether you're helping me or supporting the channel or not. But it does help if we've got a little support to make things better, to improve, to evolve, better camera, better microphones. All that stuff costs money. But if we don't get that far, we don't get that far. I'm not asking anybody for a handout. Those are just ways people have asked, hey, do you have I forget what it is, some kind of account? And I'm like, no, I don't have one of those. I mean, if you want to help out, we got merch. At least you're getting something back. But anyways, guys, like, share, subscribe. Love y'all. See you on the next one.